I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Insight into Chemical Engineering. In this lecture series, we will solve the unsolved problem of a famous book, Stoichiometry and Process Calculations by K.V. Narayanan. These lectures are helpful for chemical engineering students because process calculations is a core subject for chemical engineering branch. So during lecture, step by step solution will be provided. And in this lecture, exercise number 4.5 to 4.54 will be covered. Please like and subscribe for motivation. Problem number 4.52. Nitrogen dioxide shows a tendency to associate and form nitrogen tetraoxide. So NO2 is getting converted into N2O4. 1 cubic meter nitrogen oxide at 100 kilopascal and 300 Kelvin is taken in a closed rigid container and allowed to attain equilibrium at constant temperature and volume. So temperature and volume are kept constant before association and after association. So the pressure inside the container has fallen to 85 kilopascal at equilibrium. So as per stoichiometric equation, initially we have 2 moles of NO2 and 2 moles are getting converted into 1 mole. So number of moles are decreasing after association. So that's why the pressure got decreased from 100 kilopascal to 85 kilopascal. So in part A, what is the degree of association? So first, the conditions for NO2 are given before association, that is volume is given, pressure is given and temperature is given. So we can find out the initial moles of NO2 using ideal gas equation. Then it is associating into N2O4. We can assume how many moles of NO2 is associating to N2O4. So initial NO2 is given at 1 meter cube, 100 kilopascal and 300 Kelvin. So using ideal gas equation, we can find out the number of moles of NO2, which is equal to PV by RT. So after putting all values, we will get number of moles of NO2 equal to 40.09 mole. Now in part A, we need to find what is the degree of association. And we know that temperature and volume are kept constant and we are assuming that X moles of NO2 got dissociated. Now we can write the chemical reaction. So as per reaction, NO2 is getting converted into N2O4. So in the initial case, it is given that there are 2 mole of NO2, they are converting into 1 mole of N2O4. So simply divide it by 2, so it will become NO2 and here it will become 1 by 2. Now at time t equal to 0, we can write the initial moles of NO2 and we have already estimated initial moles of NO2 which is equal to 40.09 mole and there is no association at time t equal to 0, so moles of N2O4 equal to 0. Now we have assumed that X moles of NO2 got dissociated. Now at time t we can write the initial moles of NO2 minus dissociated moles and here it will become equal to x by 2. Now we can find out the total moles at equilibrium. So simply we need to add 40.09 minus x plus x by 2, and we will get 40.09 minus x by 2, and already the pressure condition is given at equilibrium, that is 85 kilopascal, and temperature and volumes were kept constant. Now using ideal gas equation we can write PV equal to nRT. So at equilibrium, temperature, pressure and volume and number of moles are known. So using ideal gas equation we can find out the value of X. So after putting all values we can solve it for X. So X will come out as 12.02 mole. Now we can write degree of dissociation will be equal to moles dissociated divided by moles fed into 100. So moles dissociated we have already estimated that it's 12.02 and moles fed is 40.09. So after substituting all moles we will get 29.98 percentage. Now in part B we need to find the partial pressure of N2O4 in the final mixture. For that we can use Dalton's law. So using Dalton's law we can write the partial pressure of N2O4 divided by total pressure equal to moles of N2O4 divided by total moles. So we will write the equation and we will write the number of moles at time t. Now from this equation we can write what is the total pressure at equilibrium. So it is already given in the problem that the equilibrium pressure after association is 85 kilopascal. And what is the moles of N2O4 after association? So moles of N2O4 is X by 2, and the total moles, so total moles will be equal to moles of NO2 plus moles of N2O4. Now after solving it we will get 0.176. Now we can find out the value of partial pressure of N2O4. So simply multiply this 0.176 with 85 kilopascal and we will get 14.98 kilopascal. Problem number 4.53. Ammonium chloride in the vapor phase dissociate into ammonia and hydrogen chloride. So it is given that NH4Cl is dissociating into NH3 and HCl. So initially it is given that 10.7 gram ammonium chloride is taken in a container. When dissociation is complete and the equilibrium is attained, the pressure, volume and temperature of gas mixtures were measured to be 1.2 bar and 7.764 into 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube and 400 Kelvin respectively. Determine the fraction of ammonium chloride dissociated. So here weight of NH4Cl is given. So first we need to find number of moles of NH4Cl. Then we can assume how many moles of NH4Cl is getting dissociated. Then at equilibrium conditions we can use ideal gas equation because pressure, volume and temperature are given and number of moles we can find out using this stoichiometric equation. So there will be one unknown, so we will put all values in the ideal gas equations and one known will becomes known. So in part A, first we will write the molecular weight of NH4Cl. So it will come out as 53.45 gram per mole. Now we can write number of moles equal to weight divided by molecular weight. So it will come out as 0.2 mole. Now we are assuming that X moles of NH4Cl got dissociated. So write the balanced chemical reaction. So here the state of NH4Cl is solid and it is converting into gas, that is NH3 gas and HCl gas. So first write the moles at time t equal to 0. So before dissociation, moles of NH4Cl is 0.2 and there is no dissociation, so moles of NH3 and HCl are 0. Now at time t there is a dissociation, so X mole of NH4Cl got dissociated. So it will become equal to 0.2 minus X and moles of NH3 produced will be X and moles of HCl produced equal to X. Now we can find out the total moles at equilibrium. So total moles at equilibrium will be equal to 0.2 minus X plus X plus X. So total moles at equilibrium will come out as 0.2 plus X. So there is a common mistake that we can do because we have estimated total moles at equilibrium and already temperature, pressure and volume conditions are given. So in ideal gas equations we can use simply 0.2 plus X number of moles and we will get a wrong answer. Here we have to note down that the state of NH4Cl is solid. So when we are using this ideal gas equation, so only gas molecules will exert pressure. So we will have to exclude the number of moles of NH4Cl. So please note down that NH4Cl is in solid state, so it won't exert pressure. So again we can rewrite the total moles of gas at equilibrium will be equal to moles of NH3 plus moles of HCl. So it will become equal to 2x and corresponding to 2x pressure, temperature and volume are given. Now we can use ideal gas equation. So after putting all values we can solve it for X and the value of X will come out as 0.14. Now we will rewrite the equation and we will write at time t equal to 0 these are the number of moles and after dissociation these are the number of moles and at time t we have already estimated the value of X in the previous slide, so simply substitute the value of X as 0.14. Now we can write the formula for degree of dissociation. So degree of dissociation equal to moles dissociated by moles fed into 100. So X is the dissociation. So moles dissociated will be equal to 0.14 and 0.2 is the mole fed. So after putting all values, we will get 70%. Now, using Dalton's law, we can write the partial pressure of HCl. So here we have HCl. So the partial pressure of HCl divided by total pressure equal to number of moles of HCl divided by total moles of gas. So here we can write the number of moles of HCl equal to X and total moles of gas equal to 2X. So again here we will consider only the number of moles of gaseous compound. After putting the values, we will get partial pressure of HCl equal to 0.6 bar because already the total pressure at equilibrium is given. Problem number 4.54, it is given that 1 kilomole of methane is completely burned to form CO2 and water. So always remember, whenever there is a complete combustion, then only CO2 and water will be produced. So it is given that it is completely burned using 10% excess air than that required for complete combustions. So the resulting gas mixture is treated to remove all water content. What will be the volume of dry gas leaving the burner at particular pressure and temperature? So here it is given that 1 kilomole of methane is completely burned. So first of all we will write the balanced chemical reaction and the initial moles of methane are given and oxygen is used in excess. So corresponding to that we can estimate the supplied air. So first write the balanced chemical reaction. So that is CH4 plus O2 giving CO2 plus H2O. Now we can say from this chemical reaction that 1 mole of CH4 produces 1 mole of CO2 and the initial mole is 1 kilomole. So 1 kilomole of CH4 will also produce 1 kilomole of CO2. So in the same way 1 mole of CH4 is giving 1 mole of 1 mole of CH4 requires 2 mole of oxygen. So 1 kilomole of CH4 will require 2 kilomole of oxygen. And it is given that air is supplied in excess. So first we will have to find the excess amount of O2. So as per problem it is given that 10% excess air is supplied, which means oxygen is also in excess, that is 10% excess. So excess O2 will be equal to 10% of required O2. So required O2 as per stoichiometric equation is 2 kilomole. So 10% of 2 will become equal to 0.2 kilomole. So total oxygen supplied will be equal to theoretically required oxygen that is 2 kilomole of O2 plus excess amount that is 0.2 kilomole. So total oxygen supplied will become equal to 2.2 kilomole. Now we know that air contains 21% oxygen. So we can write 21% of air should be equal to oxygen. So oxygen amount is 2.2 kilomole. So from here we can find out the amount of air supplied. So it will come out as 10.48 kilomole. Now we can find out the moles of moles of N2, because moles of N2 will be equal to 79% of air. So 79% of air supplied, that is 10.48, will become equal to 8.28 kilomole. So in part A, volume of dry gas leaving the burner at particular pressure and temperature. So we need to estimate the volume of dry gas. So in case of dry gas, we will not consider the moles of H2O. So we will only consider the moles of CH4, O2 and the CO2. So we need to find out the moles of the dry gas which are leaving the burner. So if anyhow we can find out the number of moles of all gases which are leaving the burner, then using ideal gas equation we can find out the volume. So the gas leaving the burner will be equal to excess amount of O2, because there is a complete combustion of CH4. So in the leaving gas, CH4 will be 0 and O2 is supplied in excess. So theoretically amount will get reacted with CH4, the excess amount will come in the leaving gas. And here we are talking about dry gas, so we will not consider the moles of H2O. So only moles of CO2 will be considered. So gas leaving burner will contains excess O2 plus moles of N2 plus moles of CO2 produced. And we have already estimated what is the excess amount of oxygen, that is 0.2, and moles of nitrogen is 8.28 and moles of CO2 produced is 1 kilomole. So we will put all values and we will get 9.48 kilomole, and in the next slide we can use the ideal gas equation for finding out the volume. So using ideal gas equation, V gas leaving equal to nRT by P. So after putting all values we will get 196.51 meter cube. So in part B, we need to find the mass of water removed. Now from the stoichiometric equation, we can write 1 mole of CH4 produces 2 mole of H2O, and initially we had 2 mole of CH4, 1 kilomole of CH4. So 1 kilomole of CH4 will produce 2 kilomole of H2O. Now we need to find out the weight of water removed. So we have estimated the moles of H2O produced. Now by multiplying these moles With molecular weight of water, we can find out the weight of water removed, and it will be equal to 36 kg.